Markets are set to close lower today amid ongoing budget talks in Washington. We've also had approval of the Volcker rule, which will limit risk-taking for banks. Now we're joined by Matt Cheslock of Virtue Financial. Matt, markets have really lacked direction the past few days. Is there anything in particular that's driving sentiment?
No, I think sentiment won't be determined until next week when the Fed meets. If we're going to get an indication on if they are going to taper on Chairman Bernanke's last meeting, and I would anticipate it looks like they're going to go that route, at least to start. I think he wants to be in charge of that. Give the new chairman a little bit of time to get their feet wet with an already decision that's already made, as opposed to them making it. That's going to drive sentiment going into next week after the retail numbers weren't so positive last week.
Now, many investors sell towards the year-end for tax-related reasons. How much of that might be behind the losses we've seen today?
Well, I'm not going to put 25-point loss on the Dow or anything on that, but there are certainly a lot of gains to be had. So it's a matter of how many losses you can have to offset that. I think that's going to be a major part of it. Otherwise, you may put that into 2014 and take your chances there. So you might not see as much tax selling as you thought because of the fact that there's not a lot of losses to write against it.
And generally speaking, many strategists are still very bullish on the outlook for 2014. Would you share that view?
I'm a little more cautious, but I've kind of been cautious for a while, and it really hasn't worked so well. But there seems to be a lot of sentiment on media and about the green shoots that they're seeing in the economy, and the global economy, I think, is more important. If we see a turnaround there, and especially in the emerging markets, we could see a rotation of money out of the U.S. into the emerging markets. So that's something I would keep an eye on going in 2014.
Okay, thank you, Matt. That was Matt Cheslock from Virtue Financial, and I'm Jane Searle for The Street.